I am Lizzie Robinson Jenkins, president of the Rio Rosewood Foundation, on the set.
I am Laura Bryan Perez, in the flesh.
I'm Evangelist Ora Inman, coming at you.
I am Dr. Alice Walton, and we are
Speak Life.
Ladies.
Yes, yes.
Ladies,
Yes.
this is a huge political
Very
year.
big.
Crucial.
Reason being, we will be electing a new commander-in-chief.
Yes,
President.
after 8 years.
Very important.
Yes, very
Yes,
good.
a new commander-in-chief.
Yes.
And just tell me, can you explain what's a commander-in-chief, what that means?
You know who that is. That's POTUS, the President of the United States.
Uh-huh.
But we got a lot of other things going on this year, too, in politics.
Yes, we have. We have voting. Voter registration is very important.
Yes, and a little fact that you may not know, if you are going to be 18 before the election, you still can register to vote in the election.
And you can vote if you're already 17, you can register to vote now.
Yes, and remember, the general election is November 8th.
And the primary is August 30th.
Yeah, that's very important because those elections are as important as the presidential election.
Yes. And remember, there's 3 ways to vote. There are.
That you can vote early, you can vote by mail, or you can show up at your precinct on the day of the election.
Right. So, if you have any questions, what are you supposed to do?
Call 374-5252. Or you may go by the office, which is located on North Main Street, 515, I think it's Suite 3.
I think it's Suite 300.
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Yes. And you can also register online if you want to, and you just need to
That's
go
right.
to voteralachua.com. All the information you need.
You know, there are many things in life that we consider not to be fair. But I will tell you this, the voting poll levels the playing field because all people have one vote, and that makes all men equal. So use your vote. That's where you can have your say.
True, and the only time in America we are equal is when we vote.
That's right. So please take advantage of the fact that we live in a very free country, that we exercise our right to vote. It's an important piece of our history.
And so we can make it a family event, you know, and just inform our children the right they have to vote and how they should do it when they come of age, how to vote. Correct?
Right.
That is correct. They should make, like you said, a real family affair. You can take your kids on a family trip to the voter registration office. They're in a new office now, and you can take your kids there so that they become more familiar with the democratic process. And what's also important is once you go there, you know who's running, and you can begin to Google those people and see what they really stand for, whether or not the things that they respect reflects your family values.
Yes, please familiarize yourself with the issues and who stands for what and the things that you believe in. It's very important.
And to the felons out there, if you have a felon, you can go to the office, to the voters registration office, and pick up a packet. They have a packet there. If you are in the process of restoring your rights or you would like to restore your rights, and make it happen. We need your vote.
Yes. And we need to keep the legacy of our democracy in our country because our country was founded on a democratic way. And so we need to make sure that we exercise our right to vote. It is so important.
It is.
We
and
certainly do.
Yes, and it gives you the peace of mind that you have done your job as an American and you have exercised your right to vote.
And you should never stop and never allow anyone to keep you from voting because it costs so many people so much in order to be able to provide the right for all people to vote.
Yes, women had to fight
That's
for
correct.
their
Right,
right,
it wasn't
right
always
to
like
vote.
that.
You know, the African American had to fight for their right to vote. And so now that we have it, we should not take it for granted. We just need to go out and vote, people. We just need to go out and vote. Yes.
It's important.
And if you aren't sure of your status, you certainly need to call the voter registration office so that if there is something that you need to take care of, you will be able to do that in time to vote.
Yes. And even no matter what each nominee says or what they believe, just make sure you don't get frightened by what all they're saying, and make sure that we just really research ourselves, research what they believe and that it lines up with what you believe. Isn't that important to us?
it's
It's
very
very
important,
It's really
yes.
important.
Because social media is so large now until there's really not a lot that can be hidden. And you can, if these people are currently in office and they're trying to get back in there, look at their record.
Yes.
See what they supported.
Right.
See what they voted for.
Make sure they have been active in their voting privileges as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
And so at Speak Life, we will continue to bring before you the voting because it is very important. It makes a difference to all of us, even though we live in a society where a lot of people are filled with fears.
Yes.
You don't have to be afraid with voting because the only fear is if you don't vote because you don't have any say.
That's very important.
right.
You have to understand that fear, and the Bible says that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a well-disciplined mind. And once you are informed voter, you will not have to fear anything because fear is just not real. It's just sometimes it's a phobia, and we have to be mindful of that.
That's right, and you know, there's nothing to fear going to the election offices and casting your right to vote. You are allowed to walk in there. You have your license, and you go in there, and they tell you they're very nice and very helpful
Right.
when you go to vote.
And I come from a
Yes.
voting legacy.
Yes, you see, yes, and there is so many areas where fear displays itself. There are social areas, economic areas, and it affects us on so many different levels.
Right.
What was that acronym for fear?
For me, it was false evidence appearing real.
Yeah, see, fear displays itself in so many ways
it does.
within our society.
It does.
Do you know that psychologists say that most of the things we fear, we don't ever really have to face?
We don't. It's just like we think about it, and it's just
Right.
running
And,
from.
and I think fear comes out in different ways in different people. Sometimes it comes out as anger, sometimes it comes out as anxiety. It exudes itself in different ways.
Exactly. And during the civil rights movement in 1960, fear came out in real life because I was part of the sit-in, okay?
Right.
And I was afraid. As a result of that, people benefited.
But
Okay?
what were you afraid of?
I was afraid of my surrounding. They had to call in the National Guard. There were the mob was there, the KKK. They had the dogs, okay. And I was afraid, and I was afraid of my mother because she was calling my campus every 2 minutes saying, "You better not go down there and participate."
Yeah,
But I felt compelled.
And you know, really, sometimes you just have to do it afraid. What do you
Right.
think? You just got to stand up and just do
Right.
it
I'm
afraid.
proud.
And
I'm
there is
proud.
real, and there is real
I'm
fear
proud.
because those are
That's right.
really things those are things that are real to be afraid of. But to walk through your fear is courageous.
Exactly.
It's very courageous.
But not all fear is bad. There are healthy fears too.
True.
Right.
I don't know if you all have watched this program called Scare Straight, where they
No.
take these kids into these places.
Yes.
Some fears are healthy and helpful to us because some of those children would never end up in a place like that because they had that experience. So not all fear is bad.
Yeah.
And
But we're in a new society that they don't fear anything, really. There's not, things that they really should be afraid of.
You're right.
They don't fear
That's
any
right.
longer. And so we have to come to a place that we just need to relearn or reevaluate what our fears really
Yeah.
are.
Right. I
Yeah.
like to, the term "be cautiously guarded," and you can have your fear, but you still just remain and walk through it.
But it's like Laura said, these kids are afraid, but they express it in so many ways. Like you said, it comes out in the form of anger and many different ways. But at the root of what's wrong with them is that they are afraid.
Right. Right.
They really are afraid.
Right. So yes, we have to understand that fear is real, and we need to teach our children the right things to fear. Most of the time, you know, we need to fear authority. Sometimes authority is to be feared
Yes,
in the
it
correct
is.
correct way.
And
Right.
as a result of my
Right.
fear, I'm a stronger person.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm brave, I'm bold, but
You have those experiences that make you who you are. That
Exactly.
a well-rounded, interesting, the things that you have gone through, and the experiences you have that you can pass on to the next generation and the next generation.
The most important thing about dealing with fear is remembering that most of the time we never have to face what we fear.
Right.
I like Zig Ziglar's acronyms for fear. Forget everything and run, or fight everything and rise. In Gainesville, we continue to rise, especially in the arts and entertainment. Please take a look at this clip from the Black History Month program at Santa Fe College.
Hello, it's Felicia with Speak Life, bringing you arts and entertainment at its finest. I'm standing here with Dennis Lee, who is an incredible rap artist, and he is going to do his thing on the stage. Tell me a little about that, Dennis.
Well, tonight I'm going to be performing 2 singles from my last fall album in 2015, Fine Wine. They're going to be titled, one is titled Gotta Go, which is the last track of the album, and one is an unreleased track from the album titled Nothing at All. And so I'm going to try to keep it short because, you know, it's not really a whole concert, but I'm going to give them a little something.
You're going to give them a little something.
A little something.
Now I hear, am I hearing about a tour? Do I hear something about a tour?
Oh, yes. Beginning of the spring of this year, I'm kicking off a tour titled Obnoxious Behavior Tour to basically pre-promote my 2016 fall album, Obnoxious Behavior, and it's going to be basically like a Florida-based tour, may hit the Gulf Coast of the United States, but right now I'm trying to stick to Florida, so yeah.
Awesome. I am expecting to hear wonderful things. Now, can I get you live on the show? Can I get you to come to the studio and do a little something for us?
Oh, you already know, for sure. I have no problem with it.
All right, that's awesome. It's Felicia here at Santa Fe College with Dennis Lee, and it is Apollo time at Santa Fe College.
DJ, I need you to play some fire music for the next person coming to the stage. Next person coming to the stage, I have Dennis Lee. Y'all please clap it up for Dennis Lee. Oh! And Dennis got some fire music too.
Check. Yo, that's pretty dope though. I dig that poem you just did, man. I dig that. Y'all give it up for her one more time though. As you already heard, I go by the name of Dennis Lee. I'm only gonna perform 2 tracks, but with that said though, I'm ready. We can roll it. Yeah. When we get back to this hip hop, yeah. When we get back to this hip hop, yeah. Waiting to catch my check, dog, I'm still in line. Thinking about when the next one gon' come. Will I still be fine? Materialistic things is all around. Get inside my mind. Thinking about this hill with I need diamonds, yes, they even shine. I just picked my last to pick this 10 up and she wanted dime. I am by 8 seconds, maybe 7. Say she wasting time. Got about 6 bad ones texting me now. Hitting on my line. 5-0 pulled me over, found no older sound. Committing crime. In my bed, I'm kinda late. I got a show to find. Waiting out and posting slow. Promoting shows about this wine. Man, I gotta kill it or be silly. Every single line. Split almost 100 in one night to get it recorded down. Still ain't even use all of those stress when they got printed out. Shame, we should stay your lane. You don't even know how many people come around and say I changed. Y'all don't even know the section of my confessions. In this bottle's only time I see deception. Say, people say I changed. I say y'all flawed. Y'all won't remain the same. Who am I to blame when everything is going wrong? What am I to gain? If I do nothing at all, nothing at all. If I do nothing at all, nothing at all. Say who am I to call when my back is against the wall? My phone is out of service. I can't do nothing at all. Yeah, that's that first one right there. It's called Nothing at All Interlude. Unfortunately, it didn't make it to my fall album. But for y'all that don't know, I actually am a recording artist. I've been doing this like since 2008. But the tracks I'm performing tonight is from my last year's fall album titled Fine Wine. You can check it out online, SoundCloud, my personal website, www.4townsfinest.com. But this next track is titled Gotta Go, so we're gonna roll right into it. I actually got this interviewed on the Alligator. For anybody that's familiar with that newspaper, you can check that interview out online too. Yo, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. Yo, I gotta go. I gotta grow. They're like, where you going? Baby, gotta hit the road. You know I'm the bomb, I explode. I'm trying to help my face on magazines. They know me on every scene. When I walk by, like, hi there, hello. Then I get the rapping, lights, cameras, and action. I give y'all the passion, my life in a fraction. Y'all give me reactions, moments I try to grasp it. I want it mainstream, I made it happen. They keep on laughing while I'm getting established. The moment down me just when they beat you in caskets. I got my baggage, making sure my ticket right. You know the little ones get it right, say, I gotta go. But this my only ticket, right here, I don't wanna miss it. I gotta go. Yeah, I love the city, but how things are calling, I gotta get it. I gotta go. I gotta go, mama. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta grow. I gotta grow, sister. Check it, I gotta grow. I'm like, where you going? I see them leaving through the people. I was by myself. I was 2012 at the Cornerstone Lounge, just a basket of laundry. I ain't had no help. I'm across hotel, back to back dropping videos. But y'all ain't hit me though. Say, ask them who we mad now. I bet the city no blood, sweat, and tears be drawing these piranhas. When it's couple dollars for families and the monsters. Pay my own way, ain't never needed a sponsor. Cruising on this road, no hands, look at me, mama. And if you tell before I hit a milli, just know I traded out, girl, to have you with me. Just know I set it up, won't let it hit and get me. And when them lights off, I hope you won't forgive me. But I gotta go. Oh, this my only ticket. But right here, I don't wanna miss it. I gotta go. Yeah, I love my city, but how things are calling, I gotta get it. I gotta go. I gotta go, mama. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta grow, sister. Yeah, I gotta grow. Yo, gotta grow, yeah. Hey, I gotta grow. Yeah, I gotta grow, yeah. Yo, check it. I almost had a deal. Them boys who knew me for a minute are looking like a real. You know I'm a hot boy, know it from Gillette to me. I'm cooking up something, I don't need a grill. I'm farming to them people that's farming that know to kill. They ain't on top of the mountain, they just king of the hill. And like a cheap AC, I ain't got no share. I run it being stuck in the pickle, but you got no deal. They treat me like a prince, I hold my uncle's feel. I hold my uncle's feel that. This real rap, with me without the gunplay, I kill that. The verse with the verse, get a hearse and I feel that. Cause you gotta go. This my only ticket. Right here, I don't wanna miss it. I gotta go. Yeah, I love the city, but how things are caught, I gotta get it. I gotta go. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go. Say, I gotta go, y'all. Hey, I gotta go. Yeah. Thank y'all.
Straight ahead, we have our Cullen Banks Health Matters moment. We have a special guest joining us to talk about Relay for Life and why it is so important to our community. He will be speaking with our Lizzie Robinson Jenkins.
Oh no, not only sauce and dough, it's Leonardo's. Oh no, not only sauce and dough, but I like it. Oh no, not only sauce and dough, it's Leonardo's. I like it. Oh no, not only sauce and dough, it's Leonardo's. Millhouse Square.
And I like it.
Welcome back. With us today at our inaugural Speak Life TV show is local resident Mr. Albert White. Speak Life has established a Dr. Cullen W. Banks Health Matters moment. With Relay for Life approaching soon, May 20th, we invited the chair to speak with us on health issues that matter in our community. Thanks for joining us, Mr. White.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. My first question to you, what motivated you to initiate our Relay for Life in East Gainesville?
Well, I was serving on the American Cancer Society's board of directors, and I lost my mother to colon cancer, and I wanted to do something more. There was a lot of grief, of course, losing your mother, but a couple of members on the board stayed after me about starting a Relay for Life in East Gainesville. After getting tired of the pressure they put on me, I decided to consent to doing it, and so we cranked up the East Gainesville Relay for Life at that time.
Okay, was it hard getting it off the ground?
Well, it was different. This was about 8 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, and just getting out there and exposing folks to the Relay for Life and what it was about, and getting teams together to raise monies and to do the things that we do for Relay during the Relay was somewhat of a challenge. But you know what? They embraced it once we started to meet with different folks in the community.
Okay. What were your thoughts about the amount of contributions for the event, or the event would generate?
That's a very interesting question, because one of the things that I was told the first year having the East Gainesville Relay for Life, we did not have a monetary goal. Just have the event and bring about awareness and getting folks to realize that cancer is out there, and African Americans, more of us are dying from cancer than any other ethnic group, to bring awareness that way and to honor those who had overcome cancer, who were survivors. So those kinds of things help to motivate me to get out there and get folks to understand that we're going to bring about a sense of fighting in the community against cancer, and there are ways that you can do that. And it needed in East Gainesville, where I grew up.
And how long has this been in existence?
Well, I think we started in about 2008, I believe. I think it's been about 8 years now since we've been doing the East Gainesville Relay for Life. And I must tell you, each year the amount of funds that we've raised has increased. And we have a very, very lofty, ambitious goal of the amount of money that we'd like to raise this year.
Okay, well, we would like for you to give us a date, save the date, time, place.
Absolutely.
For our upcoming event.
I'd love to. We would like to invite the community out. First of all, we'd like more teams. Our goal is to have 40 teams this year. We're close. We're about to get there. But we'd like at least 40 teams or more and to come out. And we are looking to get at least that many. The event's going to take place, East Gainesville Relay for Life, on May the 20th. And it starts at 6 o'clock. Which means the teams have to get out there a little early to get set up. If they come, they're going to really enjoy themselves. Cancer is not a doom and gloom conversation with us. We have fun fighting cancer, and we do it in several ways.
Well, how do the teams get in touch with you and get started?
There are a couple of ways. They can go online to East Gainesville Relay for Life and sign up and then join us.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. White, for being our guest today on Health Matters Moments. Now, let's take a look at our community calendar.
No, not only sauce and dough, it's Leonardo's. Oh no, not only sauce and dough, but I like it. Oh no, not only sauce and dough, it's Leonardo's. I like it. Oh no, not only sauce and dough, it's Leonardo's. Millhopper Square.
And I like it.
Welcome back. It has been said that the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. May is a very special month because it houses Mother's Day.
And Mother's Day was founded in 1908 by Anna Jarvis.
And so now we're going to like to share some of our special Mother's Day moments with you. And my favorite Mother's Day moment was last year when my children came all together and celebrated me. It was a wonderful time.
And my favorite moment with my mother was celebrating her 95th birthday.
Wow, that was something.
That's amazing.
Yes.
One of my most memorable moments with my mother was the last Mother's Day that we had with her. It was very special.
My favorite Mother's Day memory was when all of her daughters, 7 daughters, went to pick flowers, wildflowers, beside the road, and we all ran in there trying to outrun each other to bring the flowers to her. And she was so thankful. You would have thought we had given her roses. But that's my favorite memory because we really loved our mother.
Yes, I mean, that was like a stampede in there.
Yes.
And so now we have a special moment, a poem by a local author and playwright, the late Miss Nona B. Walton, entitled Motherhood.
God knew when he created all things just how lonely man would be. So to make everything just right, he created a man, a woman, you see. He took a rib from the man, added the breath of life, and a few more things of another, like love, patience, and understanding. Out of these came forth a mother.
He gave her all the tears she would need to wash away the rubbish of life's storms, a smile to brighten the darkest places, and the security of her loving arms. To help smooth the rough places, she knows right where to start. She is one of the world's best actresses when hiding a broken heart.
How gentle is the touch of her soft hand that dries the tears from a sad child's eyes. How sweet the whisper of her voice as she speaks the words of wisdom or sings the lullabies. Her tasks in a day are many. God gives her strength to keep going strong. She will stop at nothing less than making a home, sweet home.
Her knees are so flexible, she often steals away and prays to the Almighty for blessings and mercy for her child who is gone astray. The role of motherhood is endless. May her offspring never disgrace her. You can search until the end of time. There will never be another to replace her.
Happy Mother's Day! Have a great week, everyone.
Eliminate the negative.
Accentuate the positive.
You got the power.
Speak life.
You're more than a model to me. The very expression means more than you think. I wanna commend you, yeah, for following your dreams. As much as I want you, please believe me when I say I love you enough to let you go. There should be enough to walk out stronger. I love you enough, I'd let you go. There's more than enough to come out better than before. You're more than a memory to me. I feel your emotions, they're inside of me. Don't wanna let go of this feeling. That's all I have to believe. Let go what's inside. Now I swallow my pride.